In the Season 2 finale of The Big Door Prize, Episode 10, Dusty dismisses Trina and Jacob upon their arrival at the shop. When the two appear ready to inquire about cohabitation, he becomes irate and dismisses them. For the time being, Jacob will speak with Bo and determine that the answer is yes before she formally receives approval from her parents. Rather, she goes to Jason's house and activates Colton's Morpho card. What's there, too? As it happens, it actually says guide. And the Morpho machine's contents absolutely match that. In other places, the Deerfield parade begins with the marching band. Izzy makes a big deal out of the deer and treats Hannah poorly as she goes by. However, Hannah tells Reuben that she's the only one who saw a white deer despite not having a vision. Reuben muses at the possibility of many Morpho machines, which raises an interesting query. In the meantime, Cass's ideas are welcomed as Giorgio approves her concept for a meatball truck. Although Cass feels incredibly appreciated, Giorgio undercuts her by proposing to Nat on New Year's Eve. Trina brings Dusty back to the Morpho machine and gives the card to him. It's really weird when Jacob shows up. Dusty gets caught in the middle of this, and he's not happy that she betrayed his confidence. He becomes a little uncomfortable, of course, but he furiously gives Dusty the card and storms out of the store. Dusty is left to his own devices, while Trina follows. Actually, Jacob snaps, declaring he would rather be left alone. He reads his card as requiring him to perform as a lone player as opposed to a pair. Cassie nails it with her song and does a terrific job, while Cass defends herself following another signature Dusty comment. Regarding Izzy, she appears to be motivated by her daughter's action and chooses not to participate in Deerfest as the deer. She leaves the empty float to visit Freya, where they exchange chocolates, deer drops, and laugh together. Bo interrupts this to offer Cass some consoling words, and then mentions that Trina is moving in and leaving. Cass begins to lose it and confides in her daughter, telling her that she no longer wants to be with Dusty and that she doesn't want to be alone. Dusty, on the other hand, feels as though he is spiraling out of control and is questioning what exactly he is meant to do with his life. While thinking about this, he happens to notice a deer in front of the corner store, who invites him inside. Simultaneously, Reuben and Hannah discover that the old bar where the latter used to work is empty of the Morpho machine. Hannah believes that nothing is here to help her. However, that delusion is dashed when Reuben discovers an envelope addressed to her on the ground near the rear entrance. Taking note of the tape recorder, she chooses to listen to it by herself. Her father is here. When he speaks to a young Hannah, she begins to play her song, which is precisely the Morpho machine's chime. But, as we are cut back to Dusty, we are unable to see what that is. The words flicker on the screen as he approaches the Morpho machine and inserts the card. You have to find who you are in order to reach your potential. And with that, he finds himself in the town with everyone else in the animation. Every other inhabitant. After a brief flicker across the screen, the question continue appears. When he makes that decision, the butterfly's wings open. Dusty gets inside the machine without explanation while the wings keep fluttering. As the episode comes to an end, a man approaches from behind the glass. The review of the episode. Sadly, the Big Door Prize only provides the information that Hannah's father may have built the machine and that she is somehow connected to all of this. Moreover, Hannah's father might be the person approaching Dusty in the machine, which would account for his absence. Considering that Hannah has lived her entire life as a part of the Morpho experience, this would also explain why she does not have a card. It becomes evident that Dusty and Cass are not destined to be together and that they will not pursue a romantic relationship revival. At least not at this moment. They simply don't share nearly enough things, and it's obvious that they've drifted apart. The drama between Trina and Jacob also unfolds at this time, and it is also